happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Hey everybody,
Y'all know who this is here. This Bush,
I'm Lisa Lou.
and this is what's shaking with the bushes.
Yeah, we got our shirts on today.
Before we jump right into it, you already know, jump into the word. We're gonna go out of St. John. What's this? Chapter 14, verse 27. Read. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, but I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid.
Okay. I leave you peace. It is my own peace I give you. I give you peace in a different way than the world does. So don't be troubled. Don't be afraid.
Okay. All right. Amen. Y'all know we took a breather and we still talking about it though.
Yeah.
Mental health, your brain.
Yep.
So go ahead.
It's still Mental Health Awareness Month, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But before we get off into that, right? Y'all already know the spiel. So y'all should already know the deal. Y'all ain't been subscribing, commenting, or giving us a thumb up on the YouTube. So do that before we get into this, and y'all will enjoy the rest of this bars slight.
Yeah, to be specific, make sure y'all go on Spotify or whatever your favorite listening platform is. Hit follow or subscribe, whatever it is that's on your platform.
Yup.
Go on YouTube, subscribe to What's Shaking with the Bushes. Go on Facebook, like and follow the page.
Come on now.
Then go over to Bush with a Brush, like and follow that page.
Come on,
okay?
man. See?
So I'm being specific with y'all so you know what to do.
She told you what to do.
Right.
See, me, I'm nice. She's not. That's the difference.
You say you nice and I'm not?
No, I'm nice and you not.
That's what I just said.
I thought you said, oh, well, whatever.
The roles have reversed, Jack.
Yeah.
They have reversed.
She mean and I'm sensitive. I'll be like, whatever. I'll let it slide. She be like, no.
Don't do that.
No. No.
Okay.
So we took a breather last week because of Mother's Day.
Yeah, and I just woke up tired.
Yeah, pretty much. So we put y'all some skits and things of that nature that happened that we was trying to put up, but we never did. So we was like, bump it, we're gonna do it anyway.
And I got a phone full of videos and stuff from years, like years and years worth of stuff. We should have been YouTube years ago, man.
Yes.
We should have did it.
We should have did it when we first started out doing it.
We were looking at videos yesterday, and I almost started crying because it was like the kids, they were so little, and their voices were like little mice, and they were all innocent, cute, and cuddly. And it's just like, damn, what happened to that? What happened to those kids?
Everything happened to that. That's what happened to it. Everything happened.
They didn't grow up.
They didn't grow up.
They didn't grow up.
So let's just get into it then. So the week, how was it?
It was trying. It was trying. Like when I tell you every day something irritated me or got under my skin, and I was ready to like cuss everybody out, everybody that came across. Maybe except for one person.
Who?
When we went to the Dollar General one day and the young lady gave us that coupon.
Oh yeah, she made things a little bit more easier. She did.
Like I was cussing people out on the road. I was cussing people out mentally at work. I was like real short-tempered. Like, you ever notice the more you pray, the more the tests get more difficult?
Yeah.
Like you wake up, you pray in the middle of the day. I find myself praying and crying in the shower, and you feel okay when you come out the shower and go to bed, and you wake up, and here it goes again.
Yeah. Yes, that is true. Well, my week was different. I'm jobbing now. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for the man, and this man is different. It's like, I don't want to get off all to the details. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say. Be like, hey, I heard Omar got a job. Hey, Omar, you go ahead. You know where that came from?
No.
The Chappelle show where, Campbell was working at McDonald's.
I gotta see the episode to remember it.
Oh, it was random.
Yeah.
It was random.
That was random. I like it. So basically, I work for the people, and the people I work for, I don't want to really get into disclosure about all that, okay? But let it be known that I'm where I'm supposed to be after all these years, because what I'm getting, I have a black. Don't worry about him. He gonna do what he do. He gonna do what he do. You know what I'm saying? See, boom,
I feel like I just made.
just
I'm
you know what
sorry.
I'm saying? She just fixed my hair. If y'all listening, she just kind of fixed the little hair that's be rebelling. You know what I'm saying?
Your little alfalfas.
Yeah, these two be rebelling. I got two in the front that rebels. But anyway, I have a black supervisor in the paint department. And then, with that being said, I never really had that type of experience having a black supervisor. And then he told me, like the second or third day, he was like, yes, he looked me up and he seen all my credential.
Yeah.
There it is, my
Experience,
credentials
all that.
and everything. He was like, yeah. So, me, I was in my head because I have mental stuff, mental awareness. So I was all in my head about trying to make sure I do good and put my good first foot forward, thinking like the white people, right? Because you gotta do a certain type of, you gotta act a certain type of way and
Like
do a
those
certain type of thing.
Requirements.
Yeah, you gotta do certain type of requirements. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I gotta hurry up and learn this job within 2 or 3 days, and they gonna expect me to just boom. No, not here. Basically, long story short, it's a lot. And the processes that I'm using is different from just what I'm used to. I got a 5-gallon bucket of paint and it's already mixed. I just got to stir it up, hook my guns to it, and spray. Wide open paint. This here is different. It's smaller. It's more hands-on, meaning hands-on sanding, not big stuff. No, I'm sitting in AC. Okay, remember that part.
You got a sit down job.
Uh-huh.
That's wild.
Yeah, so, but I still paint. I just paint totally opposite the spectrum of what I'm used to. Instead of painting heavy duty and hardcore, it's more finessing.
Like a light mist.
Yeah, so I like it because it's majority in my department anyway. It's all blacks except for one white boy, and he's gonna be black after a little dude. He been there for 2 years, but 2 or 3 years, I think he said. So he's still kind of semi-fresh. So now I'm here, and I'm finna nigger it up some more. Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say it that way.
The niggerisms is finna start rubbing off.
Yeah, like for an example, I think it did already because we had a conversation, and him and his other coworker, they get into it all the time. It's fun. It's like, you know what I'm saying, make the hours go by. And so he said something, the black coworker said something to the white counterpart, and the white counterpart hit him with, my bad.
Yeah, he don't realize like that. Yeah, that's an original black phrase, right?
Yep, it's originally.
Since I was a
made by
kid,
us.
like I've never heard a white person say that. They would ask a question like, "What does that mean?" It's like, "Oops, my fault, my apologies."
That's what it means. And he hit him with, my bad. So, and then also, sometimes my bad also is just saying sorry. It's like saying sorry because, sometimes I think sorry is one of the words that you say it, but you're going to do it again sometime down the line. That might be now, might not be later, but you're going to do it again.
Yeah, it's not intentional. Some people just don't know what it is they be doing, and you unconsciously do things.
Yeah.
And you have to train your brain not to do it anymore.
Right.
And it's hard.
It is.
Sometimes anyway.
It
Depending on
is.
how
So,
long you've been doing it.
With that being said, we're going to just get off into this mentalness then, since, you know what I'm saying, I think I'm having a mental breakthrough overall.
His ass having a mental breakthrough, and I'm having a mental breakdown.
And then it's so crazy because I had a whole anxiety attack. The first or second day I was there, like I was having an attack.
It was like, no. It was the next week, like second week, maybe second day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the night before that, yeah, we had a conversation. It was like a financial conversation, but it was misunderstood, and I think that's what triggered it. So we went to sleep like, first of all, we really didn't get any sleep that night.
No, we did not.
Because it was like neither one of us really like to go to bed like misunderstood or like angry.
Yeah.
So we don't start the day off. So we spent hours trying to just have a conversation.
Rectify.
Yeah, clarify what the hell we were trying to say to each other.
Yeah.
And so after that, and then you get like 4 hours of sleep.
Got to be up at 4:35. So you know how that went. And I think rough. I was just like, I was trying to make sure I showed my best foot forward to these, trying to get a good impression. And the wife kept telling me, people don't see you the way you see yourself at times. You know, and I do this all the time. I put more on me than I have to. I put on, as soon as I start working for the man, it's like, oh, now I got to put these weight on my shoulders and take care of everything. Yeah. Because I got to take some of this shit off hers. Because she been doing what she had to do. I understand we got to be a team, but it's like my mental tells me, no.
I got to carry all of this by myself, and you don't. Like, and I never expected that of you. So I don't ever want you to feel like, yeah, I have to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders and take care of everybody and neglect myself. And that's not the goal. So we have to, it's a retraining of the brain and reprogramming ourselves and unlearning shit that we thought we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's basically what today's conversation is about. We're talking about individual dealings with life and self-confidence and trying to purge out lies that we once believed about ourselves based on what somebody else told us. But first, y'all say Queen Charlotte. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. I loved it. Like, I love the whole Bridgerton series. But yeah, Shonda Rhimes, y'all need to give her all the daggone the Oscars and the Emmy Awards. And like every award that you can get for writing, she needs that.
Yes, my darling. She needs all of it. Yes. I can't talk like them, so don't even worry about it.
Yes, gentle reader.
See?
I am Lady Whistledown. See? And I am here to give you the scoop on Queen Charlotte and King George. See, yeah, I was crying at like the end of the second episode, but I like what she did, the way she told the story about King George and the origin of Queen Charlotte and him having mental health issues and how... And they was trying to figure it out, but they didn't understand what it was. Like, especially on that one episode where, if you've seen this, spoiler alert, if you haven't, that one episode, the one episode where he had a whole breakdown, and what was it? It was like, because I totally understood what he was going through. Was it when it... Yeah, because it's like, which breakdown was it? It was the first one where he was... It was a lot of voices going on in his head. I think he had to go to like Parliament or something and give it a address. Like the episode started right before the wedding. He was finna start freaking out because one of his footmen, basically, they was whispering to each other like the queen is gone or the bride she left. Yeah. And I think that's when anxiety started to kick in. So he went outside and found her and they started talking and she was about to go over the wall or whatever. But he knew he had mental issues. Yeah. His mama knew he had dementia. Like, everybody knew. So their plan was to just let her be the queen, knock her up just so they could have an heir. And that's all she was supposed to be. And she was in it for like, oh, I actually want to love this person. Yep. And he felt like he was unlovable because he had... those issues. He had things going on. He had voices talking to him. You know what I'm saying? And he just... was fighting things that he didn't know how to deal with. And she was able to see through all of that shit. Yeah. It was like, basically like, hey. She saw him for who he was. And it made him feel comfortable with releasing. It's like she controlled his mentalness. Like, she helped him get a control on him because he was doing with this doctor that was doing scare tactics with him. Drowning this man, and it was crazy.
crazy.
ice baths and leeches and probably sounding like a little bit of branding and slapping him around and stuff, and the diet that he had to eat.
He was eating goulash.
Was it mutton?
Mutton, yeah.
It
I don't know,
nasty.
but it still, it was like oatmeal and some other stuff that was looked like baby food.
It looked like it tasted like paste.
Yeah.
Like paper mache.
Cardboard. So.
Ugh, that was trifling. But I liked the way they did the story, that she was able to just see past all that and love him anyway, help him get through all the obstacles that he was dealing with, instead of treating him just like trash.
Yeah, like everybody else was. Like his mama. She
That
kept,
bitch.
my God, she get on my nerves. She got on my nerves. Especially when she was talking to tea, spilling the tea with,
Lady Danbury.
yes! And she gonna do one episode gonna tell Lady Danbury, ooh, what is this? You're crying.
Right.
I've never seen tears before.
Right. Like, here, take
Oh,
this
no.
cognac and drink this.
Yeah, oh no, it ain't no time to be crying.
Because I don't like you, but I like battling with your ass.
Yeah.
So we got to get back to the battle. We don't cry here. We don't do that here.
Then her what's the old boy? The Queen's
Brimsley. Brimsley.
This dude is a comedian. The first encounter was the best encounter because she was like, "Stop following me."
And he had to say, what was it, 5
5 paces behind her
at all times.
at all times. They finish this conversation, and you see him immediately. Whoop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know.
And turn back around. Boop. So she trying to hurry up and speed up. He'll speed up. She'll slow down. He'll slow. That was great.
I know it was annoying, boy. Like that was.
Oh my goodness.
They was trying to break her.
And
He was already broken, but they was like, oh, let's break you too, so we can manipulate you to do whatever it is that we want.
and she wasn't going for it.
She had to tap into their power. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Because it was at first she would understand the power she had, and then when she started understanding the power she had, they didn't like it. Nope. She started making parties, trying to have people intertwine with each other. You know what I'm saying? Our time with their kind. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them shows that would made you think, like, dang, was they really doing this back in the day? And then they tried to change her color.
Yeah, if y'all go and look up Queen Charlotte, because in the beginning of the show it says it's fiction based on fact. So she just twisted the story around a little bit. And I found myself Googling the history of Queen Charlotte and King George, and it was all types of different pictures, and she was really black. We got more pictures of like who looks like a mixed skin, curly hair, like a Meghan Markle type of person, y'all. And we have these pictures of her, and then they have some where she's whitewashed and looked like a freaking ghost, so they tried to make her white. But if you look at the hair, you look at the nose, she black.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Anyway, so the point we try to make is that if you don't know who you really are, it's going to be easy for somebody else to tell you who you are, and you can believe it.
Yes.
So I got some questions, so me and you can kind of discuss some things.
All right.
What is the earliest memory or memories that you have that may have boosted or even lowered your self-confidence?
Boosted or lowered my confidence in a situation?
Yeah.
That I can remember.
Like, if you can remember.
That boosted or lowered my self-confidence.
Like, it could have been like something that happened in school or something, or like, I don't know, something with your peers.
I'm doing something kind of recent. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm gonna do something kind of more recent. Boosted or lowered my confidence. Getting fired.
Okay.
I never experienced getting fired at my teenage years, adolescence, and things of that nature. I started working. I always quit jobs. But when I got older, when I am older, however you want to put it.
The present.
The present, yeah. It did something to me. It kind of lowered my confidence a little bit when I got fired from that first job, because it, never getting fired was a shock to me. I always quit and be like, I got something else going on.
Like it hits different.
Yeah, it hit different. So it kind of made me think about what do I need to change about me? Is it me or was it them? And I always put the pressure on myself and never think about them. So I think being fired kind of lowered my confidence and then raised it at the same time. Because I was in a slump, depressed, thinking like, dang, what the hell did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? You know, the reason why they gave me the first job was my productivity. I always say my productivity, but they never gave me
Specific. See, they just use a word just to say some shit, I think.
I think it's not even necessarily the productivity word. I think it was something else. I think they had to find a scapegoat, and I was it because I was the low man on the pole, and they thought I would come in knowing their job, knowing how to do it, and just do it, and you know what I'm saying, and not ask questions. But no communication is the point that I'm trying to get to understand. Like these companies don't have that.
Because the less you know, the more they can do whatever it is that they want.
And that's a problem. If you trying to grow a company and keep workers that you know will help you generate funds and money. Like, that's stupid. Why would you not communicate the information all the way down?
Because the more information you have,
It's done.
the more power they think you have.
But this is pertaining to the company.
Exactly. But that's the reason why they have a high turnover rate.
I'm not putting this crap in my personal life. This is to help this company generate more company money.
For themselves.
That's something for me as the confidence, the booster and a dropper.
What was the booster?
Me finding this job now.
Okay.
And it let me is the booster was at this same moment, basically realizing like, dang, it's not me, it's them. I have the skills to take me somewhere else. Their loss, not mine.
That's true.
And now I sit back looking back at the jobs I worked and the one I got fired from. I go on Indeed and they still looking for people.
So it ain't you.
Nope.
It's them. It's always them.
And then I heard the job I'm at now, my supervisor told me he don't have a high turnover rate in that department. And when he said that, it like blew my head off because I never heard of that before. Like every company I worked for had high turnover. I seen people come and go in my same department or in the other departments, just in general.
Okay.
So I
think
that's mine.
With me, mine started when I was a kid. Like, I think it's easy when you're young or whatnot.
So you talking about your parents?
No, not even my parents. Like my peers, like schoolmates or like certain relatives, and it's a lot of stuff that I guess the parents feed their children too.
Oh, see, I didn't want to go back that far.
Cause that's where mine started.
I get it.
You know, so if somebody you doing something. Or you could be in gym and you don't get picked for the kickball team type situation.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was in sports inclined. Or you have certain relatives that they have something that you want, right? It could be a hairstyle. It could be a pair of shoes.
Okay.
Or somebody be like, oh, your mama don't never get you anything. And some reason you start to believe it. But looking back, it was like I had everything I needed and then some.
Yeah.
And your parents could be like, they're just jealous of you. But on the other hand, it was like I was jealous of them at the same time.
You
right?
jealous of your...
Like peers, like certain, like they could get the hairstyles that they wanted or the clothes that they wanted to wear, like certain toys. Like I would go...
the materialistic
stuff.
Yeah,
stupid shit like that. I remember it was this doll house that I had. And I had all the little furniture to go in the doll house. The relative, she went and got that same doll house, right? So I didn't realize it, but it was like a competition.
But that's everything.
It was tough, and it bothered me.
Oh, but you didn't know that then.
Yeah, and I think the thing that the straw that broke the camel's back. Y'all remember the jelly bean shoes, them little plastic shoes that came out back in the 90s. Now I had the flat ones and I wanted the clear ones with the heels.
Mm-hmm.
My mama would not buy me those shoes because I guess she thought that was me being fast. Like kids shouldn't have heels on. And I would never forget, I was outside and she pulled up and her mama dropped her off. She gets out the car. First thing that step off the car, boop, that clear jelly bean heel that I wanted.
So you told her about the shoe that you wanted.
Yes, and she went and got it. I was pissed. And it was like a lot of shit, a lot of petty stuff that bothered me. Or even like if my feelings were hurt, it would be a lot of stuff that'd make me cry because I'm an emotional type of person. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm angry. I cry when I'm sad or whatever. Frustrated. The tears would just start to flow. And, you know, your parents would be like, stop that crying or I'm going to give you something to cry for. Or you could say like, my feelings are hurt or something. It was like, well, shut that down. I don't want to hear that. So that was something I think that lowered my self-esteem too, because I would think something was wrong with me because it's like, why am I crying for everything?
See, I ain't want to go back that far. I could have, but I'm not. I wasn't.
But
I was not.
I get it. I'm not gonna make you go back that far, but it's like those types of things stick to you.
I get it.
Yeah. So
I get it.
me having to unlearn, like, okay, it's okay for me to cry when I need to cry. Like, fuck it, I don't care. Yep. And nowadays, it's like you cry when you're angry because you can't commit a murder. So it's like I'm not sad. I'm just like livid about something. So shit, maybe I need anger management.
I told you we finna get this bag stand.
Yeah.
And finna start hitting this punching bag. Invest in that people punching bag.
Yeah, you need something to release aggression. But the things that boosted my self-confidence, even back then, was like my talents. Like I was a fire writer at a young age. I got into writing and public speaking in elementary school and like middle school. And I didn't like it because you know how somebody could tell you to do something because you're good at it. Like, I want to see you do this and this and this. Yeah. I wanted to do it because I wanted to do it. Not because somebody told me to do it. Yep. So it's like a full circle moment because I actually enjoy doing this shit.
It's like one of them situations where we was, like I told you, I seen somebody say, yeah, you didn't expect, or who you are when you was younger. Say, for example, people say, I wanted to be a firefighter or a police officer. But now we're older and you're a trash man or you're a accountant. Or, you know what I'm saying? You something totally different than what you thought. You wanted to be a basketball player, but now you're sitting in a desk job.
It's like, oops.
You know what I'm saying?
And people go to school and get degrees for shit all the time and then don't end up doing it.
Yeah.
Because somebody told them to do it.
Oh, yes. And that's the thing. I think that's how we was raised up. We was told this is what we're going to have to do. And I think with our kids, we kind of trying to give them choices, and that's the problem.
Yeah, that could be kind of a blessing and a curse.
That's the problem.
Because if you give them too many choices and don't have something specific for them to learn, you're going to be waiting forever for these niggas to figure out what it is that they want to do.
But that's
a whole nother conversation.
We're going to fast forward through real quick. We ain't going to talk about it. Okay. Yeah,
I'm going to skip over this question because we pretty much just covered that. But like, okay, looking back, do you think you can pinpoint when the trajectory started to change? Of course, it's for the better. Like, you felt like you was one way and you didn't want to be. Like, when did you feel like you ended up being the person that you wanted to be, or you was going in the right direction?
When I had my son.
Okay.
When Bo hit this earth, that's when my whole mindset changed. It was like, damn, I gotta try to look out for this person now. I gotta try to do things to make sure that he's okay, and my dreams and ambitions gotta put on the back burner. But they're gonna get accomplished somehow, some way. But I gotta take care of this little life that I put on this earth because he ain't having a choice. But let's get into some other topic stuff. But that's what I think for me changed my whole mental.
Like,
because
are
I was
you okay
selfish
with the new version of yourself?
I mean, I calmed down a lot. I have to be. I have to be, because if I was an old version of me, I wouldn't be right here sitting in front of this camera and speaking and talking and things of that nature. I know that for a fact. I wouldn't be here, like in this life space.
Okay, it'd be
you
different.
know what I'm saying? It'd be a total different.
Yeah, I remember you saying like when I asked you, is this version of your life, or did you see yourself in the place that you are today? And when you told me like you didn't see yourself living past like 21 or 22, it's like you would be surprised.
I was fast. I was outside for real. I was with the druggies and the killers.
That's crazy.
I was with them. I was hanging with them for real.
With the thugs.
Yes.
Thugnificent.
And,
Thug
and
life
Negroes really had bodies on their hands.
That's crazy because I couldn't. So I'm not about that life. I'm not gonna pretend to be about that life. And I thought I wanted a bad boy at one point, but it was like, no.
Nope.
Like I didn't want a goody two shoes either. Like
I was looked at as like almost borderline. I had the mindset of a street Negro, but I had school smarts, like the law part. Like make sure my tags was never expired.
You didn't want to be a target.
No, I don't want to give them a reason. I didn't give the police a reason to catch me slipping or nothing. Like I come to full stops.
Being like a legal thug.
Yeah, that's how exactly I was. And the people I ran with, they seen it. And they was like, oh, you good.
I want you to be the getaway driver.
And I was getting it away. I did some looting and pillaging in my younger years.
I'm trying to think. Like
Willing and dealing. I ain't did no killing, but I did some stealing.
Bars.
It sure was.
Like that.
So now, looking back and everything, I think me having a son was a situation where it's like, yeah, you got to stop doing what you're doing right now.
Or you can't be a dad in jail.
Or dead. So that's what I think changed everything in my mindset. It took me a minute to actually, I knew, but the people around me didn't know. That I mentally changed.
They didn't believe it.
Some probably still don't believe to this day. But that's okay. That's on them. It's not on me.
Yeah.
They got to live in it, stay in it, and believe a lie that's not who I am.
Yeah, people will remember the old version of you
before they try to learn the new.
And I think that's a lot of people don't understand. Like shit, I'm still trying to figure myself out. Like it's been an awakening for me these last few years.
My thing is, you learn something new about yourself every day if you really sit back and think about it. You change every day.
Yeah.
That's if you want to change. And I feel like my motto is, when you're dead and gone, that's when you stop learning.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. And I'm like, shoot, I'm trying to pinpoint when my trajectory started to change.
So yeah.
Like, I think I'm okay with the new version of me. Like, I'm still evolving.
So, but what made that new version of you, like, what clicked?
I think it was a part where...
Was it a person, place, or thing?
It was several people, places, and things. Like of course, after having Mayo, that was a turning point because it was like, okay, now I have this life that I have to be responsible for, and you see when other people don't prioritize their life like you want them to, you have to prioritize this life. Like different living situations, like, you know, you want so much more and you want to be comfortable. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not finna do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta fight for what it is that I want. And I had to kind of...
But you kind of did do it by yourself.
Yeah.
For an extent.
Yeah.
Or for a time period.
I did. Like, I legit had to figure myself out because you have one person that's trying to manipulate to do whatever it is they want you to do. Then I have to deal with even like my mom. I felt like she was manipulating me to do what she wanted me to do. But I had to figure out what was going to make me happy and what was best for my kid.
Yeah.
So it was learning, like, I can't please people anymore. I was a habitual people pleaser. And I didn't know that about me because I wanted to have certain people around me, I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like God set it up to take a lot of those people out of my life. And I ended up being by myself. Like, yeah, I had you and my husband, but I still had to sit in it and learn how to be an individual. Not trying to be like, well, I got to do this to please this person. Like, what has this person done for me? Like, seriously, like, what have you done for me? What have you done to support me? And if you're not with me, you are against me. Point blank, period. Like, I can't live my life based on making everybody else happy.
Nope.
And even with my job, I stayed there for a minute. A long time because, I was afraid of getting fired or, like, leaving that job and getting fired because I'd have been fired before, and it's not a good feeling. I didn't like starting over, and it was always for some bullshit. So now it's like I dare them to fire. I want them to fire me, actually, but I'm ready to go. Like,
when you get tired, you get tired. And that's that.
So now I'm like, okay, I can be good at something and somebody can trust me, and that's great. I feel honored to be in that place, but all good things got to come to an end. And I got to fight for my family now. And I can't just be there for everybody else and not be there for mine.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Sometimes I've told you, like, you can't please everybody. You're going to please the people that's trying to please you. Meaning, me and you. And that's it.
Like, y'all the one I come home to every single day. So it'll be selfish for me to stay and just endure a bunch of BS that I don't have to, and then come home and be frustrated, take that shit out on y'all.
And that's why I say sometimes, I get it, you want to vent because you did work stuff. You want to vent that out. I understand. But sometimes you vent that stuff out and then just leave it there. Leave it at work. Because you bring it home, then you carrying that work bullshit here.
And then too, I've been sober for like six weeks. And shit hits different.
Hard.
Like I leave work every day, like, oh my God, like I don't need a firearm because I'll be out here like shooting people if you piss me off on the road. I was like, maybe I do need to feel this frustration. But I'm like, I know I'm gonna be all right. I gotta use it for the better and like just stand up for myself and what's right and not let nobody just run over me. Cause like that one, what's his name? That dude we be listening to, he be like, anybody can get it. That's
anybody can get it.
Like I gave somebody a dirty look at work the other day. Like, stop saying the same phrases. I'm irritated. Like, shut up. Like, I love you, but shut up.
For real.
Like, everybody shut up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's time for me to get out of there.
So I think this is about a wrap-ola. We're going to holler at y'all next week. Don't forget, please don't forget, we selling merch. We got some merch. If I don't do it,
nobody will. Click the link in our bio on our Instagram page, and y'all, everything is there.
Yeah, man.
They'll get y'all the shirt.
So also, we on this too with you. So press the thumbs up. That will give us a like. That will help a lot for the algorithm people. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Comment. Let us know what y'all want to hear us discuss. So what y'all want to chime in.
Fam, y'all asked for it. Now we here. Now we here. Y'all acting scared.
Don't be scared.
In my St. Louis slang.
We ain't gonna bite. I promise. We ain't gonna cuss you out. We ain't gonna do that.
She ain't.
So, on that note.
So, yeah. Holla at y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? We finna be out there in this mug like 4 flats on the Cadillac. Deuce ass.
Later.